Hey guys, hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube live stream. Today I thought I would take this opportunity to go ahead and do a live Q&A on YouTube to answer any questions for people who are following me on YouTube or Instagram regarding my autism experiences or just life in general about me. And while I'm doing this, I'm also going to go ahead and get on my Instagram as well. All right, I see we got one follower in here. So whoever is following here, thank you so much for joining. Hope you're having a good day so far. All right, now I got my phone set up for my Instagram live. Hey everybody, thanks so much for joining me today. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. So recently I posted in my Instagram story about how I successfully made it up to 200 subscribers on YouTube. So with that being done, I thought I would now take this as an opportunity to go ahead and do a live broadcast answering any questions that anybody has regarding my autism experiences. What's up, Alex? How's it going, man? Go ahead and send a wave over to you. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I did had a bit of a busy morning, so I went down over to my parents' place because I was going to go and get the car to do mail carrying for my post office job, but it turns out that I was already covered that day, so didn't need to do that. So instead, I went and did a little shopping at the Dollar Tree and picked up some stocking stuffers to put in my family's Christmas stockings. Got some treats for the dogs too, so that way they can have Christmas presents. And then did some door dashing. So speaking of door dashing, I did not have my last door dash. It was just a wreck. Okay, so there's this guy. He already put like really bad spelling and grammar in his DoorDash order, so you have no idea what his address is. You try to GPS it, and GPS got really confused and took me to this area in the middle of nowhere, which was not anywhere near where he lived. I had to call the guy, and he was like mumbling over the phone, very hard to like understand. And I kept on asking him to clarify or be more specific, and all he did was just like mumble. So eventually I was able to find his place, but I only got $2 out of that delivery, so not happy about that. No, right now I'm just kind of chillaxing. I just finished my coffee and doing a little bit of step study homework right now. Yeah, it pretty much is. Right now I've been having a lot of hard time finding employment opportunities. So with the holidays going around and with COVID going on, people are just really like ordering food a lot. So that's an opportunity for me to go in and like sniff out some money. Yeah. I made over probably about 120, 30 bucks last week, so I was pretty I was pretty happy about that. Yeah, it is definitely good. I gotta run to the restroom real quick. And I'm back. Sorry for leaving. Hey, Brooke. Alex, good to see you. And I don't know how to say your Instagram username. By Gasca. Hey, Brooke, you feel like joining in and we can have like a little discussion, like see if you have any tips for positivity or if you can spread some Brooke caffeine to the rest of my audience. Zico, Zico Manuel. All right. Can you tell me about yourself, Zico? I'm not sure if I remember you or not. Brooke, so my YouTube channel made it up to 200 subscribers, so I was really happy about that. So I thought that okay, awesome, Brooke. All right, Zico, can you tell me who you are? Morocco. All right. Well, hello from the U.S. I know you requested to be in my live, Zico. My friend Brooke is actually going to be joining me. Just give her a couple minutes. If there's still time, I'll invite you in, okay? Debbie Caxrose join. How's it going? I'm so bad at saying Instagram usernames. Debbie Caxrose. Okay. But for those of you who are watching my live broadcast stream, I'm doing an autism Q&A for anybody who is interested in learning more about autism or based on my autism experiences. Actually, I think what I'll go ahead and do is just type that in the comments section so that and there we go. How's it going, Gene? Bruh! Oh my god, it looks so nice out there.
Yeah, it's beautiful weather. I'm sitting outside at Mum and Dad's. It's gorgeous.
Ah, and how was your visit with your parents?
Saying hello.
Hi, Brooke's parents.
How are you, William?
Oh, I'm good. I'm a bit tired, so I woke up and I was gonna head over to my mom's place to. Hi, Lily. I was gonna head over to my mom's place because I've been doing some work for her at the post office, and she has this Oldsmobile that I drive to do my mail carrying. But turns out that she already went to work, so after that, you know, I just decided I'd do a little catch up. I went down to the Dollar Tree and Pulse 8. What's up, people? I went down to the Dollar Tree and grocery outlet to pick up some stocking stuffers to put in my family's stockings.
Wow.
And then I took the dogs for a run, and then I did some door dashing. And oh my God, my last door dash I am not happy about. So, you know how there's some people who just put who just don't.
DoorDash. I've seen on your stories.
Yeah.
You've been doing some door dashing. Is that like an American thing?
I don't know if it is only like native to American or not. I think Kathy, she's one of your Instagram followers. She says that you guys call it Uber.
Uber.
How's it going, Jake? Okay, but anyways, my last DoorDash order, this is where people were like order food or groceries from stores or restaurants, and then I pick it up and deliver it to their house. But this guy, he's just a horrible texter. He did not put very clear directions on what his address was. And when I GPSed it, it was so hard to find. And so GPS just brought me out into the middle of nowhere and nowhere near his house. So I had to call him, and he was just like mumbling over the phone, and I could barely understand him. And I've asked him several times to clarify what he was saying. But eventually I found his place, but only got $2 out of that, so was not happy.
Oh my goodness.
So I was not happy about that.
I don't blame you.
But the reason why I want.
Have you had some nice customers though?
What's that?
Have you had some nicer customers?
I have, yeah. The majority of customers I delivered to, they have given me some nice tips.
Yeah.
You probably don't understand money from the U.S., but I made like $120 like last week.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I know that's not nothing.
Exactly.
So what's your chat, William? Thanks for inviting me on.
Yeah, so I wanted to come on here because my YouTube channel reached 200 subscribers, so I thought I would do a little celebrating by doing a Q&A on my live Instagram. And then when I saw you pop in, I know you and I have talked several times about, like, you interviewing me and asking me questions, and
Yeah.
I thought
It
about
just
maybe,
kind of happened on the spot, didn't it?
yeah. And then I thought I'd ask you some questions too, see if my audience can learn from you.
Alrighty. Do you want to? Okay, you put me on the spot here. Do you want me to ask you a question first?
I'm good with which either one.
Yeah. The main thing, William, that I find so fascinating and interesting, and I've learned so much from you, is just how you've overcome so much with your autism. Like, I find it incredible that you were non-verbal for so long, and look at you sitting here now having a conversation live on Instagram, and you've got an Instagram page and you share your story and you help others by doing that. I find that incredible. That's something that you should be so proud of. Really.
I am.
It's amazing.
I am very proud indeed. I'm really happy that I'm doing this and spreading awareness. It's just, it's a great opportunity for me to do.
Yeah, it is. It is. William, was there like a turning, not a turning point, but what sort of changed for you? Like, was it that you developed confidence, or you felt, you felt like stronger within yourself that you wanted to start sharing what you share?
Well, I think what was a turning point for me as far as wanting to overcome it was I always wanted to fit in with the rest of my peers. So when I'm joining another classroom, I want to be like everybody else so that I'm more accepted. So that's why I took it upon myself to learn how to improve.
Yeah.
And the reason why I kind of wanted to share my story was, at the time, I did not know that there were other people like me who had autism. But in my senior year, I was actually invited over to the first university that I attended to do like a Q&A. And upon hearing that there were other people like me out there who had the same struggles that I did, I thought that it would be amazing for me to actually share with them my experience so that they don't have to go through what I did. Because growing up with autism, it's not easy, especially when you're in the school environment or in the work environment, because your teachers or your supervisors, they just don't understand you at all. And people like them just don't really have the patience within them to educate you and do what's necessary to accommodate you. Hi, Donna. Hi, Kathy.
I can see Alex just joined. Oh, sorry, not Alex, Axel. He is from Mexico, and he messages me all the time about what Melbourne's like because he's planning to come here. Hello. One day.
Nice.
Yeah. So, William, what was the age? You said you went and did the Q&A, and then you sort of realised that people can learn from you. Do you think that that's something that you want to pursue and take further and help others and help more people?
Well, since then, it has really been lifting up and developing. By the time I actually got my bachelor's degree, the college I attended, they had this annual arts and culture festival. And I pitched the idea of like doing an autism presentation. And so many people showed up for that. And I was like so amazed to hear that. And I got such a great reaction. People were lining up and wanting to ask me questions. And I thought, wow, this is something I'm good at. I should do this more often.
Yeah, you are. I think one of the things I love, William, when you share your stories is just your absolute honesty. And like, if something's irritating you, you just say that it's irritating you. And I think you're filter free, and so many others, there's like this with social media. It can be like this pressure that we have to look a certain way, or we have to say certain things, or we have to post certain things. But it's not like that with you at all. You're just 100% you. And that's why people, I think, are learning so much from you and relate so much to you, because we're all the same, really. We're all the same. We all get irritated by things. And you're so open in sharing that.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Donna says, you are smarter than most people out who don't have autism. Oh, well, thank you so much. I am like really flattered and very honored to hear that. Thank you.
You are. You're awesome. I love watching your stories.
Thanks so much.
Where's Rossi now?
Rossi. He's in my living room taking a nap down.
What's where you are, William?
3:40 p.m.
Oh, wow. It's 10:40 a.m.
Oh.
Just waking up.
It is so nice. How's the weather outside? Is it warm or cold?
Beautiful. Yeah, I'm sitting under the shade of my favorite tree.
Nice.
If I was out in the sun, I'd be wiping my sweat constantly, I think, in this live.
Nice. So here's a question that I wanted to ask for you, Brooke. Did you, when Christmas came, it's very common for kids to have that like joy of Christmas approaching and excitement, but as you get older, it just kind of like really starts to fade away, or at least it does for me. Has that happened with you before?
No. I get excited about Christmas.
Okay.
Every year that we have Christmas. I think on my mum's side of the family, I'm the oldest of all the cousins. So Ivy is the youngest, and she's just turned 2. So I've had little kids and cousins, and I think because I've been excited for them that they get to experience everything that you just said, that sort of brought it all up again for me.
Okay.
And honestly, this year especially, like being separated from mum and dad and not being able to come home for 5 months, I just kept telling myself that I'm going to get to Christmas. Like, I just kept looking at Christmas every time things got really rough in Melbourne with the curfew, or I was really, really homesick. I was like, no, but Christmas is coming, and that's what I was holding on to. And I guess I had that feeling every year, knowing that Christmas for our family is so special, and just seeing my mum here and seeing her and dad together. But this year has made it just that extra bit special, knowing that I can finally be here.
Well, that's great.
It's a different kind of joy to what you said, but I think just because I'm so grateful to have my family and to be able to celebrate with my family, no matter where we are, it just brings up that joy in different kinds of ways.
Oh, that's great. I'm really happy to hear that.
What are
Thank
you doing for Christmas, William?
I'm not 100% certain. I imagine that on Christmas Day, I'm going to be joining with my parents. We'll open presents, and then maybe have Christmas dinner. And I think my brother may be coming down. I don't know. Unfortunately, my sister can't make it, so we're bummed about that.
What is COVID like where you are with your restrictions? Are you in restrictions, under restrictions?
We are in restrictions, yeah. So our governor, a lot of people are unhappy with her, but she has, she's still issued more lockdowns. So the gyms are closed, and so are restaurants. We can only do takeouts or order online. And we can only have minimal people enter the stores with masks on, of course.
Yes. And I saw you had to wear masks at gyms for a while.
I did.
That would be really tough.
It was just so awful.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure whether or not if I'm the reason why gyms had to close down or not, because there were times when I had to take my mask off, and there's times when I got caught and people would tell me to put it back on.
Yeah, I could imagine. It would be pretty tough.
Mm-hmm.
Exercising with that on. I suppose in a way maybe it's preparing you to go and do Everest, some altitude training, some extra VO2.
Oh my God, I don't know if I can handle Everest or not. I mean,
there's the positive, William.
Yeah. But a lot of people are really losing their Christmas joy because of COVID. So many people are out of work because of COVID, and they're struggling to make ends meet. And a lot of people cannot travel long distance because, there's the fear of bringing COVID with them and then affecting other people.
Yeah. It's tough, isn't it? We have different parts. Well, up in Sydney, they're sort of back in, some parts of Sydney are back in a very strict lockdown, and that sort of came out of nowhere for them. And they're, I guess, in the media and everything that we're sort of seeing here at the moment is uncertainty for Christmas. And when we feel like we don't have that control, and when we lack control, and I guess uncertainty is a lack of control, that's really difficult for a lot of people to process and to get through. And I think that's what's causing a lot of anxiety about Christmas, is we don't know. There's so much uncertainty about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I've had a lot of people message me, especially in the UK, with Tier 4 coming into play, and the UK being in a really, really bad position with COVID. And essentially they've said Christmas is cancelled. And I read this post, I can't remember who it was by, but he was sort of saying, yes, your celebrations on Christmas Day may be cancelled, but Christmas isn't cancelled. Christmas will be here next year, and you will have others. You'll have other times to celebrate, and it's true. It is true in a way, but it would be so hard to not see your family on Christmas Day.
It really would be, definitely. Well, have a good night, Donna.
Celebrate Christmas. Yeah.
Have a good night, Donna. Thanks so much for joining us.
Bye.
Okay.
Yeah.
But a few things that I have been doing to kind of like help get my joy back up. I have been singing Christmas songs while I'm out doing door dashing, and I picked up a few groceries so I can make some nice Christmas treats like Christmas bark.
William, can I ask, what's your favorite Christmas song?
What's my favorite Christmas song? Did you see my Instagram TV video where I'm singing Little Drummer Boy in different voices?
Yes.
Ugh.
Do you like All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey?
Oh, yeah.
That's a classic, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I hear those first few chimes, I can't stop dancing.
I think maybe my favorite Christmas song is the Grinch song.
That's a bit ironic.
Yeah, yesterday. So I was doing a workout yesterday, and I turned Pandora on and then played some Christmas tunes, and then the Grinch song was playing, and I'm doing sit-ups, going, "You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch."
That's great. I like that. That's really good. But I think what you were saying, there still is so much that we can do to share the Christmas cheer. I said it so many times when I was in our toughest of all the lockdowns that we had, that my phone, and I'm so grateful for my phone. Like, imagine if we had this lockdown, and in a way, you know, they had different kinds of lockdown, especially in when all the wars were on, but they didn't have technology, and they didn't have Zoom, and they didn't have Instagram, and they didn't have all these tools that we literally have at our fingertips, and we forget how blessed we are to have them. Like, I'm talking to you in country Victoria, Australia. You're in America. There are people watching,
exactly,
learning from this, asking questions, and we can do it so easily. And I suppose, yes, we're not physically with so many of our family members on Christmas Day, but we still have that connection, and we still can make that connection. We can make that positive choice and be grateful.
Absolutely.
And we can make that positive choice and focus on that positive rather than focus on the negative of not being with them.
Absolutely. I love how you look at things like that from the positive perspective, Brooke.
Yeah,
I actually...
I know it's a little bit different for me to say because I finally am with my family, but that was sort of what I told myself when I wasn't. And I miss birthdays, I miss, special occasions, and I was homesick for so long. But yeah, just you have to be grateful for what you have.
Is it a little hard for you to enjoy Christmas when there's no snow?
I couldn't imagine a Christmas with snow, to be honest. I see it on the media. Like, our Christmas Day is always so hot. We go for a swim in the pool with all my little cousins, and they splash us with all the water, and we sort of sit outside and swipe all the flies away. I couldn't imagine a Christmas with snow. What's it like, William?
Hold on, we got a comment from Axel. Guys, excellent talk. William, you are an excellent person. Oh, thanks so much, Axel. I appreciate that. You have a lot of things to share all around the world. Oh, well, I appreciate that.
You do, William. You really do.
And Brooke, you know how I admire you. Yeah, who doesn't admire Brooke? I mean, she is just like an incredible person.
Thanks, William. Thank you.
Send you the best vibes for both. Merry Christmas. Well, Merry Christmas, Axel. I hope you have a fantastic holidays.
Yeah, and Axel, with your his family runs a candy business, and he says at this time of the year they're making literally thousands of piñatas. Is that right? So I hope that your piñatas are all done now, because that's one of their Christmas traditions in Mexico.
Okay. The only reason, so one of the only reasons why I long for a white Christmas is just because I see it in TV, and I have such a nasty habit of comparing life to TV.
Yes, and I suppose because so many of the Christmas films are filmed over in America, so you do have, you see it. You see the white Christmas.
Exactly. I've only had a few white Christmases in my life, and I always thought that was actually just nice, just because it was like a sense of what it was like to be in the movie. Hey Dee, how's it going? Just trying to address my other friends who are joining in on live too.
You have lots. Hey Stacey and Dee. The pinatas. Bye, Axel. You have a wonderful Christmas with your family. I hope it's great.
So have you ever worked with a diverse group of?
I just want to tell you that this is a very impromptu live. William was going live, and I was watching him. I love to watch his lives and ask questions. And then he said, "Brooke, jump on here with me." So I'm actually in my pajamas, sitting outside, having a chat with William. So this isn't planned or pre-rehearsed. It's anything but that, hey?
Okay, well, you're still doing a good job despite the unexpected invite.
Thanks, William.
You're both.
Nice to chat. And we've been meaning to have a video chat for a while, so it's meant to be, hey?
I suppose so, yeah.
Yeah.
You're both amazing. Merry Christmas. Thank you so much, Stacy. Hope you have a Merry Christmas too.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any advice for people who are like feeling depressed or down during Christmas? Like maybe some people who are homeless?
That's, my goodness, that's a really, really tough situation. And I guess for us, it's almost difficult to comprehend, isn't it? We're in houses, we have people around us, and we have four walls and a roof over our head. We're safe.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's one thing. It's one. My mum and dad are over there. It's one thing. It's actually one thing that my dad said when I did the Instagram live with them during lockdown. Is that if you're not waking up in the morning, you're in a lot of trouble. And I guess for someone that is in that really doesn't have a lot around them or a lot of security with their house, I guess just the fact that you're waking up, and it's something that I often say on my stories, is you have today and you have everything. You've got the blue skies, you've got the sunshine, and you're here, you're present.
Every day is a gift.
It is, William, it really is, and we shouldn't take it for granted. Where the fact that we're here and we do have choices. We all have choices. Yes, some people have less than others, but we all have choices. We can still, even in really, really tough situations. I remember when my mum was incredibly sick, in her coma on life support, and we all as a family, we decided to focus on those positives and be grateful for the things that we did have, even though we were in such a difficult, we were thrown suddenly, just like that, into a really difficult situation. So again, we talked about it earlier, but just practicing that gratitude, being grateful for what you have, and not focusing so much on what you don't have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's this Christian radio station that I listen to every time when I'm in my car, and there's a particular song that comes up and that says, "If you're still alive and breathing, praise the Lord."
That's exactly right. If you're alive and breathing, say thank you in whichever way that you say thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's so true. And we can always choose to smile.
What's up, Sanjay? What's up, Sanjay?
You were going to do a workout with him, William, weren't you?
I was hoping to one of these days. I would love to, yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, we should definitely.
And he's amazing.
Yeah, I think Sanjay and I should do a live workout together where he's coaching me.
You should. That would be awesome.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us, Denise. It was great to see you, or at least.
Yeah, William, you've asked me what advice I would have. What about you? What would you say to people that, maybe not so much homeless, but what would you say to people that maybe are struggling to find the cheer, or struggling if they're in a different situation than what they normally are for Christmas?
Well, earlier you talked about how we should be grateful that we've got our phones and we've got our technology.
Yeah.
I actually made a YouTube video not too long ago talking about like, you know, what I do when I feel like I want to give up. And I gave in some background information about when I'm going through a phase of depression. The first thing I would do is lay down on my couch with the TV on in the background, food around me, and my phone in hand. And I'm like desperately trying to find like, you know, an instant gratification to like make me instantly feel better. And I would do that by looking up YouTube videos or trying to like hit up social media friends if they can just give me some magic words. But it doesn't come from any of that at all, you know. It just has to come from with you.
That's exactly what I was going to say. You were searching, I suppose, searching external sources to find that gratification and find happiness when it's all in here. It's in our heart, it's in our smile, it's in how we practice gratitude. Yeah, it's all here and it's all with you and it's with everybody else. We all have it within ourselves to make that choice to say thanks, like you said with those lyrics you were just singing. Yes. Thanks for being here. Thanks if I'm breathing, I'm alive, I'm here. Thank you.
Hold on, Donna had a question. When you were driving with your family, who are they? Were they your friends or your family? Yes, that was my younger brother. He was the one who was driving, and my mom, she was in the back seat. We were on our way to visit our sister since she can't join us for Christmas. We had lunch over at this brewery. And due to social distancing, we couldn't actually dine indoors, so we had to be outside. It was raining a little bit, but they had like a propane fireplace, so we got to sit by there, and it was enjoyable.
Yeah.
And we exchanged presents. My sister, she got me this shirt along with a bunch of other Star Wars shirts. This is a Spider-Man.
You love Star Wars, don't you?
I do, yeah. Spider-Man, he's always been my favorite superhero.
Did you love Star Wars as you like grew up? You watched it a lot?
I did. I first discovered it when I was 7 years old and fell in love with it instantly. And that was actually one of my coping mechanisms for whenever I felt stress, or I would always like imagine that I'm inside one of the scenes from Star Wars and I'm like acting it out, you know, literally acting it out by trying to mimic the sound effects, the music, and then rehearse lines from the characters.
Wow, that's really interesting. That's great. That sounds like a really special sort of, I guess, outlet for you when things were tough. Yeah. And Carlo, do you know Carlo William? Have you met him?
Carlo, I don't believe. Do you know his Instagram?
Carlo's one of my friends, and he's amazing. He posts. He's like a coach and mentor and speaker, and he posts amazing and really informative, inspiring quotes, and he has lots of Instagram lives as well. Carlo's awesome. I've actually done an Instagram live with him.
Oh, well, if I'm not following him, you'll have to send me his Instagram and I'll have to follow him.
I will. Yeah, he's great. He was one of the first people I followed when I started this account.
Okay, Donna asked me, does your brother have a disability? My brother had a speech problem when he was growing up, but he has improved on his speech a lot. Right now, he does have a physical disability. It's multiple sclerosis, and he wanted to join the Air Force, but he was denied because of his condition, unfortunately. But other than that, if you count sarcasm as a disability, he is very fluent in that.
He's very sarcastic.
He really is. Okay, so there was one.
Your younger brother?
He is. He's 10 years younger than me.
Yeah.
So there was one time, this was when I was in grad school back in 2015. I came down to visit for Christmas. And then my younger brother at the time, he had a nasty habit of just like waking up probably at noon. But he actually woke up at 10 o'clock and he sat down. And it was just him and I. I don't know why I asked him this, because I saw him wake up and leave his room. But when he sat down, I asked, have you had anything to eat? And he just glares at me and goes, yes, and I just had dinner too.
That is very sarcastic.
I know.
Very sarcastic. Would you like to say hello to my mum?
I would love to, yes.
I'll take you over to her. She wants to say hello. She did. She came on an Instagram live with her and Dad when we were in lockdown, and I asked them both some questions about staying positive, didn't I, Mum? Yeah. Here she is. Say hello. Hello.
Hello. It's so good to meet you. Oh my God, I see so much of Brooke inside you. Brooke has your face.
You reckon we're similar?
Oh my God.
But I've had such joys getting to know Brooke through Instagram. She has always brightened my day, and whenever I tell her I need some, I call it Brooke caffeine. So she is always good enough to send me some Brooke caffeine through Instagram.
Yeah, bit of Brooke caffeine, hey?
Oh my God, yes, thank God.
Always smiling, aren't we? Got lots to smile about.
I'm gonna have to make like a logo or a banner that says Brooke caffeine.
You should. I should send you some all the way from Melbourne to the US.
Exactly.
A special charter flight, William.
I just wanted to.
Yeah, that's down the street too. Yeah.
I just remember too when you asked me about like have any advice I have to people who are struggling to find happiness. What people also have to realize is that happiness is a choice, and sadness is also a choice.
Yes.
Now, sometimes it is hard to control it, because when a certain situation happens, it's hard for you to choose to be happy or sad over that situation. But
very true.
But some things I have to remind myself is that when bad things happen, they are out of my control. So there's no point in worrying about whether or not if I can stressing over something that's beyond my control.
Yes. Very, very, very true. Very true, William. I think what you said about focus, again, it's what I talk about all the time. We can choose to focus on the positive or we can choose to focus on the negative. And obviously the negative and the positives have such a strong correlation with happiness and sadness. But by focusing on those positives and being grateful for everything that we have, it does bring us happiness. Mm-hmm. And we're choosing to do that, like you said.
Definitely.
Choosing to be happy.
Yeah. When I lost my job, I wasn't devastated as I used to be when I've had losses like that, but I was bummed about it. But I remembered that that I've been in similar situations like that, and I've always gone through with it. And so I just remind myself that I'm gonna get through this, and I'm gonna be happy out of this.
That's exactly right, and I view those types of situations as this is preparing me for something new, and this is pushing me and forcing me to grow. And it's ways that I don't know how. I don't yet know how, but I'm going to find it, and I'm going to get there.
Yeah, and now that I've had a lot of downtime, I've taken that time to build up my brand.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. But
that's really, really good.
But I am at the point where I do need to start finding work, which is why I've been doing door dashing and then working for my mom at the post office.
Yes, yes. Well, keep spreading this autism awareness. I've always said to you when we've had our little chats, video chats, not live ones, but I've always said to you that you have such a story to share, William, and that's what people connect with. We connect with stories because we all have stories to tell, and we all have our own story to tell, and I think that's how we learn. When I was teaching English to students, it's so different to just teach from a textbook or to teach my interpretation of what's in the textbook and me share that with the students. They relate so much more to the personal connection. And so I think you should absolutely keep visualizing and keep seeing yourself sharing more of your story. Because that's absolutely what I see you doing. And I know you're going to get there. I really do. And that will be your work.
Thank you. There's this document.
Right now, chatting to me.
There's this
helping you and pushing you and making you grow even more.
There's this documentary called The Secret, or have you heard of that?
I have. Amazing. We watched that with Mum.
Yeah, so it's addressing just exactly what you just told me.
Yep.
Donna asked if I heard back from the Department of Motor Vehicle. So last week I did have a job interview with the DMV, and I think this was just an interview that they had to that they were required to do and just get over with because they kept it pretty short, and I actually had to add some stuff about me to make myself stand out. So I haven't heard back from anybody yet, and I just can't help but wonder maybe if they had already pre-planned somebody for the position, but they had to go through the interviewing.
Formality.
Exactly.
Yeah, sometimes that does happen with bigger companies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Well, William, I'm going to cut my little impromptu hello short.
Okay.
I need to go shopping for Mum and Dad and get a lot of things ready. We're hosting Christmas Day, so.
Okay, and I probably got to go and get some stuff for my Christmas treats too.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you put them on your story so I can see them.
You got it.
Everybody else can too.
You got it. Well, I enjoyed our live, Brooke, so much. And everybody
yeah,
who...
me too, William. Maybe we should do another one in the new year. A New Year chat. That would be nice.
That would be great, yeah.
And we can put up some stickers and have people ask us questions so we can ask each other as well. That would be nice.
Or when midnight strikes in your area, you live broadcast and I join. And then when midnight strikes in my area, I do the same thing.
Well, there you go. It's already said.
Thanks so much, Donna. I really appreciate that. And thank you, everybody who decided to join me and Brooke. You know, it was great talking to everybody.
Thanks for inviting me in, William.
All right. Well, everybody have a great day.
Yeah, and Merry Christmas to everybody as well who's celebrating Christmas. I hope wherever you are and however you celebrate the day, I hope you can find some happiness in the day.
Same here.
Yeah. Bye, William.
Bye, Brooke. Bye, everybody.
Bye.